Hey there, I'm Steve and you're watching Car Simplified. Today is December 31st, the last day of daily December. It's been quite a ride. I didn't actually think I would finish it. I thought I'd get close and then get too lazy at the end or just run out of ideas. And I'm doing this ending video, so technically I did run out of ideas, but it's the last day. I'm giving myself permission to let it slide. I've got a pair of quad outlets here, and you may think it's pretty well lit for nothing being plugged into these, and that's because there's another pair of quad outlets, one over there and one over there. Over there is where my 3D printer is, and over there is where my desk is going to be. Speaking of my desk, I'm going to have my computer here, and in order to get internet down here, I got some wired Cat 6 cable going along the side of the house, through the basement, into this room, and I'm going to be able to set up my computer here, film here. I can do the entire video here pretty much. Obviously there's a lot of videos that get recorded in the garage or in the driveway, and that's going to be different, but for green screen videos, I record here for green screen, and I'll be able to edit here for green screen too. If I'm editing and realize, oh, I forgot to say this or that, I could just walk up to the green screen, hit record, and then get it done, walk 5 steps over to my computer and pop it in, edit, and it's so much better that way. There used to be just 2 outlets in this room, and now there's almost 10 times that amount. And when I say 2 outlets, the sump pump is actually in both of those outlets, and one of those plugs has an outlet plug sticking out of the back of it, so I was able to plug in one thing, and it always felt risky plugging in too much because there's already something in there, and then you're plugging in a splitter and an extension cord and filling up that splitter with lights. It seemed risky. I never ran into any problems, but it's way better now. I don't have to worry about extension cords or splitters. I just have outlets where I need them. Not only do I not have to really deal with extension cords and splitters anymore, but the wires that I do have laying around to power these lights are going to be out of the way, so I don't have to maneuver to get from behind the camera to the green screen. That was always a hassle. I'd knock over lights. It would be frustrating. But now everything's out of the way. There's a clear shot to the camera. But overall, this is great. I'm going to be able to get more work done. I'm going to be able to get it done quicker, and it's going to be higher quality too. And I could take all that a step further by installing a more permanent lighting system in this room. And by permanent, I don't mean fixed, but lights that stay in this room. My current pair of lights here, they get used for lighting stuff in the garage too. I have to haul them up the stairs every time I do that, and then every time I come back here, I have to haul them back down the stairs, and the stairs are kind of narrow and short, so I have to collapse the whole thing all the way and then expand it back out. It's a pain. Plus, even ignoring that inconvenience, my green screen setup as it stands now is a really inconvenient setup where, notice these 2 shadows behind me? I move forward, they're still there, they're kind of off to the sides, but they're still there. And even if I back up all the way, my head's up against the wall, you can still see some shadow here. That's because the lighting is from 2 directions, and I don't have anything behind me lighting up what's behind me. I do have some extra lights that I'm not using right now, but they aren't a match for these, so it doesn't do a perfect job. And because it's a little tiny light that I set on the ground, if I'm walking around on the green screen, I can knock that over and have to redo the whole take. Without getting too technical, how a green screen works is that you record the video and then you put your video clip here and then the background here. The video clip is on top of the background, and you want to make the green transparent so the background behind it will show. And in order to get that green transparent, you have to use a chroma key, and you select what shade of green that you want to make transparent, and it'll make that transparent, and then you move some sliders to adjust how other greens come into play. So if this concrete back here with the light on it was a shade of green, the shadow would be a darker shade of green, and you could move the slider to take up more shades, but then you're removing some more stuff that you don't want to remove, like the edge of my hair, anything that's just slightly green. How I've been normally dealing with that is I go in and before I use the chroma key here, I up the saturation so that the light green and the dark green are more of a saturated lime green, and they're closer together, so chroma keying them out is a little easier without taking away other stuff, but it's still not perfect, and if I boost the saturation too much, my eyes have some green in them, and that will actually cause my eye to slightly be transparent so you see the background behind me. Normally what I see people use to correct these shadows are really tall but really narrow lights that shine directly on the green screen but not on the person in front of the green screen. So you use these lights to light the person up, and then you have independent lights lighting up the green screen, eliminating any shadows or inconsistencies on it. So hopefully once I get those, not only will it be a more professional look, but it'll speed up editing quite a bit because I don't have to go into each clip and edit the saturation just right to get it so my eyes don't disappear, but the background is the way it needs to be. So here's a fun fact about me that has little to no segue. I have been making YouTube videos on and off since 2008, and in that time I've never actually made a live video. However, since I'm going to have my main editing rig here, a stable internet connection, my green screen, lighting, I can make a pretty good setup for a live video without too much of a hassle. I currently have no plans to do a live video. I'd like to try it out, but don't really have any particular idea of what to do. If you have any ideas, feel free to share. I just realized that although I came down here to talk about Daily December and how that went, I've just been rambling about my office this whole time because it just got this huge upgrade and I'm a little excited about it. But Daily December, that turned out alright. I didn't see any big spike in views. I always heard people say you gotta upload daily in order for YouTube to really recognize you. And I thought maybe I'd see a jump and it would come back down, but at least like I'd build up an audience from that. And I didn't see any change in subscribers gained from it. View counts didn't really go up at all. There were some exceptions to that. The shorts videos have a different algorithm to it and they actually push them out to a certain amount of people so they can test how the audience responds to it, and then they kind of drop off after that. But like normally my videos in the first day get maybe 50 views and then they kind of just get to 100 at the end of the week. But those shorts videos would get to like 300 to 600 after, like there'd be this little burst. The burst would go away quickly, but it was more views than it would normally get. But if you go to look at watch time, that tells the story. So there would be a spike in views, but they're only allowed to be a minute at most, so the watch time would see nothing happen. So given the results I got, I don't think the YouTube algorithm favors daily uploads in the way I think most people think it does. Particularly with small to moderate sized channels. If you had a medium to large size subscriber base that is active and ready for you to put videos out, if you made the shift from 1 or 2 videos a week to videos every day, then people are going to be there watching them when they come out, and it's going to look like in a week you got way more views than you normally would have, but that's because there's more videos to watch. A lot of the videos I make are more along the lines of answer videos that are waiting for people to ask the question in a search box. Those videos take a while for them to start ranking in search, and I'm not going to see the results of those videos until they get going in search. I estimate that in about 1 to 3 months I'll start seeing a real surge in watch time, and hopefully that spreads out into my other videos that are already established. It seems like with my particular channel, for every 100 subscribers I gain, there's only one that's actually a new subscriber that's going to actually stick around, view the videos when they come out. And it's not a dormant account that someone just happened to fire up one day, see my video, hit subscribe, and then they're gone forever. I think that's just the nature of the type of channel that I have, where I'm releasing more evergreen type content that answers specific questions, and it's about certain cars sometimes, so it's not going to appeal to everyone that came to the channel. Even when I take a look at my YouTube stats and see a month where I uploaded 31 videos looking like the same stats as when I uploaded 5 videos, it's still a success story to me. Of course I was looking for way better stats than I got, but what the stats don't show is that I've improved my skills. I was able to accomplish something that going in I wasn't sure I was able to do. Keeping myself that busy, I was able to lose over 10 pounds without even trying. And all that pressure to make all these videos that I made this month actually got me to tackle some projects that I normally go, I'll get that next month, and next month, next month. That kind of stuff happens all the time, and I got a bunch of those done. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it too, and I hope 2021 is a better year for all of us. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next Car Simplified video.